As always, we won't get to run Australian head coach Andrew McDonald speak to you today after day 2.
Coach, of course, we have to talk about Rishabh Pant's knock. As an opposition coach, what message will you give to your bowlers when a batter is playing some crazy, outrageous shots out there, especially the way Pant plays? Your word on his knock and, of course, the tactical plan that you can.
It's not. First of all, it's not surprising the way he plays. We were a little bit surprised in the first innings the way he went about his work. He's got an incredible ability to put pressure back onto bowlers. We're planning for that though. We'll plan leading into the summer. We bounced in and out of a few plans there, and clearly kept taking on the boundary riders and was getting away with it. And it was an innings that you would say was right for that time.
Scotty on the right.
And just on Scott Boland's performances the last 2 days, obviously, I think he's only been picked once in the Australian team when you've had Josh, Pat and Mitchell available, but is he getting to the point now where it's genuine consideration where he's part of the big three?
He's always a genuine consideration, Scotty, and every time he pitches up in the Australian colours, he delivers. So, we're lucky to have those 4 quicks in Hazelwood, Cummins, Stark and Boland, and the ability to keep them fit all together, I think, gives us options. And, we're not surprised by Scotty's performances. And as you said, every time he does every time he plays, he does a job well. And his ability just to be relentless on a length, move the ball both ways is proving difficult, in particular on this surface.
Back over to the left.
Coach, how surprising is it for you to see this spicy wicket at this CG, which is very uncharacteristic of SCG? And do you think this wicket has brought India back in this series because they were trailing 2-1? A normal SCG wicket with the rain forecast of day 4, day 5 could have been much better served for Australia?
No, I mean, the ground staff have done an incredible job in terms of, I think, creating a wicket with something in it. Traditionally here it's quite benign, and we've had a lot of draws, so a lot of people have been talking about the draws, so you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. So this game's sped up. So I think he's trying to produce an even contest between bat and ball. Has it favoured bowlers a little bit more than what we expected and potentially the ground staff expected? There's no doubt about that. It's made for interesting cricket. I don't think it's brought India necessarily back into the series. I think low-scoring games like this, it just heightens the pressure within it. So a long way still to go. There's going to be plenty of cricket, so we'll see what happens.
Andrew, did you sort of feel the need to have a chat to Sam Constance after play on day 1, just with the running between him and Boomer?
My conversation to him was just around whether he's okay. Clearly, the way that India celebrated it was quite intimidating. I mean, it's clearly within the laws of the game, within the rules and regulations, so there's been no charges laid. But, to have an opposition obviously swarm the non-striker like that was, we've got a duty of care to our player to make sure he's okay and in a headspace to go the next day and perform. So that's all those conversations were.
Did you think that went too far?
It's clear that it's acceptable because there was no fines or punishment. So I'll leave that up to the ICC and obviously Andy Pycroft being the match referee and the umpires out there. So if they thought that it was satisfactory, then I suppose that's the benchmark we're playing amongst.
Rainbow.
Andrew, there's a lot of examples of wickets tumbling in quick succession from both teams across the series. It's just a symptom of where Test cricket's at, or has there been something specifically different about this series, just the quality of the bowling and conditions?
I think the quality of bowling up front, I think both attacks are blessed with some probably generational talent that we're witnessing. The surfaces in Australia have been like this for a period of time, so they've been difficult to bat on. There's been more seam, the bowling averages have come down and so have the batting averages. So we're not surprised by the nature of the games where a new batter coming in is always vulnerable, and we've seen that across the journey. But if you can get a partnership going, then you've shown that you can score runs on these surfaces. So am I surprised? No, the bowling attacks have dominated in this game in particular, and even the MCG was offering enough. But if you're able to apply yourself as a batter, you're able to find ways through it.
Louis?
Andrew, just interested if some doubt over whether Jasper would bowl in the 4th innings, how much would your tactics potentially change if he wasn't involved?
I think that's more for a conversation with the Indian team. Who they put out there, who they bowl, when they bowl them is up to them, and we'll respond to what they give us. first and foremost, we've got 4 weeks to try to keep that total as low as possible. I thought it was an outstanding effort from both Pat and Scotty today. I think they had 10 overs each, and we only bowled about 26. So to be still going that strong at this part of the series, I think, great recognition for them.
Andrew, tomorrow, do you think it shapes as a legacy-defining day for this team, given the long-standing drought with this trophy, and more to the point, just the fact that you managed to win it with several noteworthy run chases in recent times? How much faith do you think does that give you in the team?
I think legacy conversations are for others externally. We're here to win a series. Would we get great satisfaction out of winning a series against India? There's no doubt about that. What was the second part of the question?
Just the run chases, say, Edgbaston and Christchurch, how much confidence do you think that gives you guys?
Yeah, we've won the toss and bowled a little bit of late, so we put ourselves in those positions more often. So, every situation, every game's different. The scenario, the surfaces, all that type of thing. But I think if you've been there and done it before, then you take confidence in that to be able to navigate through those scenarios, in particular the lower order, which potentially may be called upon tomorrow.
Coach, just want to ask that how satisfied are you, especially your bowlers plan working against all the Indian batters, but specifically against Virat Kohli. You guys knew that, how to take his wicket yesterday. Scott Boland did mention that, we all know how to get him out. How satisfied it is for you, and do you think that it's really easy to get him out, the way,
No, it's never easy to get Virat out. I give full credit to the bowlers and the execution of the plan. It's one thing to have a plan, but then to be able to execute that the way that we have to Virat, to put him under immense pressure. And look, he's tried some things. He's walked out of his crease. He's tried different tactics as well. But, clearly that relentless nature of, in particular, Scotty Boland in that matchup's been incredibly difficult for him to combat. But he's never an easy wicket, no.
Couple more here, guys.
Coach, how challenging it will be to face Jasprit Bumrah on this track for taking? And if he doesn't play, like he doesn't bowl, how much massive advantage it will be for Australia if he doesn't bowl?
What's the advantage? Well, clearly he's the leading wicket taker in the series, so you'd say that it would be slightly beneficial for us. He can bowl on any surface anywhere. He's a threat anytime. We knew that coming into the series. He's an incredibly talented bowler, and if he wasn't to be there, then India would have to come up with a new plan.
But more so on this disconcerting balls.
What's that, mate?
But more on this pitch, like fourth pitch on SCG.
Have you watched the rest of the series? Or he's been good. Perth, Adelaide, Brisbane, Melbourne, and Sydney's going okay as well.
To the right.
Andrew, the decision to lead out this margin in this match was obviously a big one. You must feel that Bo has validated that decision with some on performances today.
Yeah, we don't take validation out of decisions. We felt it was the right decision for us. I think it's a great story, really. The amount of work that the body of work he's put in Shield cricket to be rewarded with selection, and then to go out and perform the way he has. Got his first wicket today, first half century. He's got incredible hands in the slip, so we'll look forward to seeing that over the journey as well. But just incredibly happy for him. You get your cap, go out there, perform. You're at the level, and it just shows you that Shield performances are a great connection to international level, which is good for our system as a whole.
Last one, Jasper.
And just on Bo, have you seen enough from him that you might consider keeping him in the team for the rest of Cam's injury, or would there possibly be a spot for the two of them going forward?
I think there's a discussion coming up. I think George Bailey will sit down and look at that Sri Lankan squad at the end of this Test match, and there'll be a quick turnaround to the announcement. So he's put his best foot forward, looked at the level. That's our angle, is that he's up to the level. We wouldn't have picked him if he wasn't. So going forward, what does that look like? It gives us another all-round option, which they're incredibly rare, and they tend to get injured across the journey. So to have depth in that area, I think bodes well for us as a team and for Bo also.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.